Hello, I'm Ulysse. I'm looking at games from a design perspective, trying to pick out what things I think work well and what could be better. Here we have Going Under, a satirical roguelike game where you play as an unpaid intern at a failing tech startup in some fictional place like San Francisco. It struck me, as someone who's worked in tech in San Francisco, that being a junior employee at a tech startup is not too dissimilar from playing a roguelike game. Hear me out. You do repetitive and often objectionable things in an environment that's always changing. Everyone at headquarters loves to drop more and more tasks onto your lap. And there's always that guy who's kind of got his little fiefdom and doesn't want to be a team player. When you're doing your duty, you have to be creative and use whatever is available, not knowing how long it's going to work out, or what's coming next. Does any of this sound familiar? So what though? A lot of these elements are just foundational to modern roguelike games. Going Under picked a good skin, a good fiction for the roguelike genre, but what are we to actually learn from it? Games like Enter the Gungeon have weapons that don't last long. Hades also has randomized abilities, shops, curses. Dead Cells has a substantial New Game Plus mode. Something very special about this game is how light it feels, like a smartphone app. The distortion field in the San Francisco Bay Area of utopian optimism and self-importance is real, and you can feel it in the small choices they made in this game. The UI sound effects pop and excite you like phone notifications. Subtle particle effects are numerous and make the otherwise solid colors feel very playful. Combat is fast, switching and picking up weapons is fast. Objects have sort of a beveled shape and soft reflective shading. Your actions have instantaneous effects. All the characters are tall and trot like small dogs with long legs. And the writing is all hilariously cringe, self-conceited, hyped up corporate bullshit. It's strange how this game about a failing tech startup makes me feel like a techno-optimist and want to go back and work in tech again. But, much like how getting more than a few notifications on your phone can make it difficult to know who to respond to, I think one of Going Under's mistakes is that when everything stands out, nothing stands out, and it feels a little busy. The camera is constantly reacting to your movement, the colors are bright with a lot of contrast, combat, like I said, is very fast, and there are so many destructible objects, especially in small rooms. All these things make it hard to know what the hell is going on, sometimes. In boss fights and really busy rooms, there's very little time to look around to grab a new weapon. Even though you're a resourceful little intern, as soon as the number of things on your plate gets above a certain threshold, it's hard to know what to prioritize because you don't have any breathing room. Some ways they could improve this might be to adjust the color saturation of less important objects down as the number of enemies goes up. In boss fights, to mitigate the situation where you've used up all your weapons, knocking them down, and have nothing but fists to actually inflict damage, they could have you activate a strong attack against the boss with some kind of switch, like shooting a cannon or something. A larger weapon inventory could help as well, but that would probably throw the whole game out of balance.
I wonder what it's like to feel pain.
Anyway, see ya!